I cannot wait. Elmisho, of course, being one of my favorite position 4 players. Man is an absolute beast. I'm not sure if we can see him on the bottom bar, but he's under Savitar right now. It's always a treat to watch him. He's going to be on Tusk this game. Somebody, with a fairly high skill cap, high execution hero. You can get a lot done, and a lot of action happens in the early game with him.
Yeah.
So I'm super hyped.
And one thing I'm actually really hyped about is the Sven. This is a hero that I theory crafted a lot after the most recent update, and I thought he could be pretty good again, or at least viable. And we're gonna find out. It's gonna be for Yuma, so definitely in his wheelhouse of heroes that he plays. Very excited to see how that goes. However, on the side of Infinity, they also have a pretty strong draft here. The Queen of Pain, something that we don't see all that often.
Not anymore, anyways.
Into the Storm Spirit, maybe it's still a pretty good counter.
I mean, we've talked about this one. The co-op definitely wins this matchup against the Storm. I imagine it's going to be a little bit better now that he's lost a point of armor and he loses a little bit of damage from his overload. It just starts to favor Quappa a little bit more than it did before. Those right clicks doing a little bit more and him doing less damage in these trades. Very obviously is going to give PP an advantage here. So I'm happy to be seeing more Quap. I'm not happy to be seeing Storm Spirit, but maybe they don't even make it to 25 minutes in this game. I also do like the Quap up against the Tusk. This is a position 4 that likes to go for rotations fairly early in the game, so you want something with an escape ability. Being able to blink out in response to some of these Tusk rotations at the beginning is, one of the best solutions to it. So, fan of Quap this game, man.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal if you can't get away from a Tusk rotation in your lane. Having a very static mid hero. One of the reasons we see heroes like Zeus just not get picked anymore, but Zeus is actually one of the heroes that can kind of get away from Tusk, which is kind of funny nowadays.
Oh right, you've got the hops now.
Yeah.
You can kind of get away. They increased the range of that thing, right? It goes 500 range now rather than 400.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's bugged. I'm pretty sure right after the patch it was bugged, so I don't know if it actually works.
Unlucky. We know the Queen of Pain blink does work though. It's been in the game since Dota's been released, right?
You'd think so. Sometimes you just tell spells.
Sometimes the blink doesn't work.
Yeah, or you tell spells to apply damage on every server tick instead of per second like they're supposed to. Did you not know that's what was happening with Underlord? That was the Firestorm bug.
Oh, it applied on every server tick, and that's why?
Yeah, so it was applying 64 instances of damage a second instead of...
because you mentioned that the issue was that the shard didn't end up actually giving it any extra damage on the waves.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I guess the solution was they bind it to the server ticks as long as it's active. And they're like, wait, we have it doing way too many server ticks now.
Who knows, man? That was just a weird... I don't know if they actually fixed the shard bug is the thing. I don't know.
They did. I tested it.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was quite funny.
Been fixed now. I was also told that they didn't fix the Ogre Magi shard. As soon as someone told me that they did fix the Ogre Magi fire shield not blocking damage, and it wasn't fixed. But then somewhere after 7.31C, a day or two later, it did end up getting fixed because I tested just after a Pro Series game.
Very nice.
We have been fixing a couple of bugs that have been around for a little while. Thank you. As we get close to the international here, but I've gotten distracted from this draft here.
Yeah.
We have a hero that we don't often see come out last inside of Hokori, the Darkseer, which is actually pretty amazing up against the Medusa.
It is. It's actually a pretty sick Darkseer game. You do have the arena, which is obviously one of the worst things you can be dealing with in the game as a Darkseer. But in terms of the utility you get from Darkseer this game is pretty sick. Vacuum Wall is huge. Getting the Medusa clone is really sick. Also, just the Surge for heroes like Elmisho's Tusk and Yuma's Sven. This
used to be super popular just a little while ago.
There's a lot of utility here. So I do like the last pick Darkseer. Whether or not it's enough to take down Lumire's Medusa, I don't know. I don't think they've lost the entire tournament with Lumire's Medusa.
I don't recall. Snake Lady strong. But again, we are on a new patch. Medusa is a little bit weaker than she was before. So maybe they'll be able to take her down.
Did you see his most recent game?
No, I looked away.
It was a win 0-0-3 on Terrorblade.
That's ideal carry contribution.
Your team just wins and you're like, I'm still farming in case you need me, guys.
No, guys, cut it out. I want to be able to play the game after I'm farmed.
Discipline,
Wow.
discipline, guys.
A lot of tips.
I am excited for this one. We talked to some of these teams in the first phase, in the beginning of the second phase here, before that much was really set in stone, and both Infinity and Hokori had some strong opinions about who would place where, right?
Yeah. I mean, they all thought that they were going to place top 3, to be honest. Like, Infinity and Hokori both thought that they were, like, convincingly in top 3. I'm honestly inclined to believe them just based on their performance recently, especially Infinity. I think they were, like, one of my favorites coming into the tournament. I think people were not giving them enough respect. And then just watching them play, you know, this whole group stage, I mean, they look sick, man. This team looks so good.
Only one of these two teams is going to be able to finish top 3, though. That is the ironic part of this one. They are in 3rd and 4th place right now, respectively, but with 2 games left to play. Now it's a wild card, both at 12 and 4 at the moment. Infinity at 10 and 4. Even said that they'll end up winning the head-to-head and being in first place if they come out 2-0 here. And then there's Hokori, who are 9 and 5. So they could potentially go to 11 points here if they 2-0 Infinity. So only one of them are going to be good on their word and finishing top 3 inside the groups. But they didn't say groups. They did say for the tournament overall. And, you know, an upper bracket is an excellent place to start as far as keeping that promise to finish top 3 goes.
All right. Looks like we're back into the game. A little bit of a disconnect there to start it off. But nonetheless, Dota about to begin.
Did you say whose draft you preferred here? I tune out most of what you're saying all the time, Ricky.
How nice of you. I actually didn't. I don't think we brought that one up. I'll ask you first, though, so you can't copy me. So whose draft are you preferring?
Come on, you show me a little bit of your work.
No. Come on, I said you could take it. Just you gotta change it a little bit, But
Infinity. I mean, with Infinity for first game here.
All right. El Misho takes a lot of damage going for that rune, but he gets it either way. That's not too bad.
I mean, he's going to take more damage. I'm pretty sure he just drops like another dual breath out onto him. Oh, okay, maybe not. Doesn't want to go through too much of his mana.
For me, do I favor Infinity? What the heck is that? That's a cool
What are you
spray.
looking at?
Do I favor Infinity here? I want to believe in the Sven. So as much as I hate Storm Spirit and everything that this hero is in this patch, I'm actually going to believe in Yuma's Sven. And I'm going with Hokori.
All right, I can't wait for you to be wrong. Where's the spray you were talking about, though?
It was the one in the jungle next to the dire triangle.
Yeah, his face is kind of like clipped a little bit, though.
Yeah, I got it semi-lined up. We're all right.
If you move the camera around, it looks very funny.
Yeah.
Go on, though.
So we got the mid lane matchup, Queen of Pain versus Storm Spirit. This should be relatively favored for the Queen of Pain, so we'll see how it goes. That being said, like, he's already got a pretty solid CS advantage on the Storm Spirit, as long as he gets these last hits under his tower, which he will.
Yeah, I mean, Storm does fine at the beginning of this lane. Like, as it goes on, you get more points into this Shadow Strike, like 2 points to it. You just get completely bullied out of lane. I do highlight a lot of the time whether or not there's a sentry. I'm watching El Misho getting run down in the bottom lane. I'm pretty sure he's just dead.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage. He did go for the creep pull. He's going to regret that as Jakiro will find first blood. I mean, this is just such a good hero, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of Shakira.
You were running this a lot of position 3 a while ago.
I've been running Jakiro like position 2, position 3, like before anyone thought it was good.
No.
I'm not saying I'm like the Dota hipster or anything, but like people doubted me. People lamowed at me every time I picked this off-lane Jakiro and then went like 14-0, so I don't know.
Yeah, you pick very unpopular heroes like Pudge.
I'm also like a safe lane Shadow Fiend extraordinaire, one of my favorite heroes.
Is Pudge still the most picked hero in Dota? I imagine it's not anymore.
I think it is. It's pretty much always going to be the most picked hero in Dota, just because it's so iconic and so fun to play. Yeah. Even if it's like still literally unplayable because it's so bad, but it's alright.
Yeah. I think the majority of the matches that happen aren't like competitive level matches.
Yeah. In
the Immortal bracket, it's just like, people enjoying the game and having fun. Disgusting, if you ask me.
I know, unbelievable. Dude, imagine if Pudge was like a competitive hero. Like that's the timeline I want to live in. Take me back to when like Pudge offlane was actually viable.
And Dendi was landing fountain hooks.
No, not that
What a
timeline.
hype
Too far,
game.
too far, Neff, too far. Fast forward a little bit.
You weren't a fan of the fountain hooks?
I mean, it was funny, but I'm glad it's not in the game anymore.
Oh, that was one of the things that made me fall in love with Dota, man. That TI.
You were in the honeymoon phase, okay? I mean, that's why.
Yeah, it was, you know, really things that shouldn't have happened. Elmisho ends up dropping.
Jakiro's taking a pretty decent chunk of damage there, but the nice creep aggro on Lumiere might be enough to save the Jakiro, and it is. Well done.
Yep. Nice play there by Lumiere. Top lane. Genic, I mean, if you could get the shackles off onto Gardic here, he would end up going down to like a Spear God's Rebuke. Unlucky. He's end up getting that another ward there. And now Gardic just going to move back. I mean, one of the advantages of playing these heroes like Pugna and Coddle in the sports is you have a lot of movement speed to get through the jungle. You got a range attack, so you're amazing at stacking. And when you move away, you do end up getting punished, though.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It was just a shackle into the spear back and plenty of right-click damage between these two heroes, so really well done.
Yeah, and it looks like Analog wants absolutely nothing to do with this Queen of Pain in the mid anymore. It did reasonably well enough. I mean, the Queen of Pain just a little bit ahead on net worth, but now he's going to clear up these stacks. Or at least I thought he would. Walks away from them immediately afterwards. I don't know what Analog's doing, man.
I mean, he just cleared a stack. He's heading towards mid.
That was the only camp that wasn't stacked. It was just like a regular neutral camp.
Oh, I don't know that. Top lane, Genic catches a stun. Looks like he's gonna be fine though.
Is he?
Yeah, Fairy Fire and Stick. Is it enough? Gardic actually. All right, finds the kill. Gardic now on the run. Luckily, Pugna pretty fast, but you can't outrun the spear, so it's being a 1-for-1 trade. A lot committed there in that bottom lane though. They managed to find Jakiro trying to run his way through the jungle here, and Elmisho pops that tag teams. They can stay on top of the Jakiro. I mean, this would be a nice kill if they can find it. He's got a Vortex in one, grabs him, but in comes BP on the Queen of Pain. Turns it around. They'll find the kill onto Elmisho with that dagger eventually as he's just trying to chase down Analog and catch him with the Screen of Pain instead. Wait, he's snowballing up to the high ground.
Yeah, he wanted to dodge some of the ticks from this dagger.
Yeah.
So he heads up to the high ground. Like, he goes down otherwise, just like the passive from the Shadow Strike. If he'd been able to TP out, he would have. I don't know why he had went back in there with the snowball. I'm gonna be real with you. I think he could have just TP'd out.
Well, PP now has... wow, that was a piece of a cookie stuck in my throat there. Very good.
I believe you. You know, every boy gets to be... look, Analog getting dope mid.
Yeah, no worries. You don't have to finish the sentence. It's cool. He's going to get level 6 on the Storm Spirit, though, so he will be able to make it out. They actually fortify the wave, but it was just a little bit too late. If that fort came out earlier, Analog, I think, might have been dead.
Analog still in a lot of trouble.
He's just getting ran at by this Queen of Pain.
No.
And the mid lane tower might fall as a result. You still have Jakiro here. You still got the catapult still alive. So doing a very good job at applying this pressure, not letting Analog contest it at all. But goes in aggressively here on the Queen of Pain, pops that blink, and he's going to have to Sonic Wave this if he wants any chance of actually surviving, but he's got nowhere to throw it. He's just dead. Vitaly with a really nice vacuum.
Yeah, Analog was playing way too close to him there as well, so it was like too difficult to throw that Sonic Wave. If you end up like wasting it and don't push the Storm Spirit away, then you get absolutely nothing. There's very little chance to escape to begin with, so I think it was the right call holding that one instead of trying to like abuse the pushback to get some room.
Oh, they found Lumiere. They even dropped the wall right on top of him. Dude, he's losing his mana so fast. Now the body blocks come through, but a great spear from Mariano. He's going to make it underneath the tower just fine. And now Mariano trying to squeeze his way through the trees. He's going to be able to escape as well. So despite the wall being dropped, they do not find themselves a kill here in the bottom lane.
Lumiere is going to have to walk all the way back to base, though. Yeah. Yeah, in mid. They're about to lose this tower. I'm surprised Pugna doesn't get dove.
I don't know if it's worth
it.
it.
Back up as well. It's difficult. I mean, if you drop the Sonic Wave, you take a lot of damage from that ward.
Yeah.
There's a 230 mana cost spell.
All right, Analog back into the mid lane. Able to keep his tower alive.
Still surprised they haven't denied this thing, but I guess like the Storm was wanting to TP in there, it makes sense for that reason. Yeah, he's going for it now in the Pugna because they're just gonna be able to chip this thing down. I think it's the deny. So stop them from getting a little bit of gold on the side of Infinity. They're off to a good start, though. 2,000 net worth lead.
Yeah, they're doing very well. Yuma's Sven is not doing super hot. He's, still behind the Medusa. This is a hero that will, pass the Medusa in terms of farm into the mid game once you get a little bit of items. They will go ahead and make an initiation here into the jungle, though. Jakiro is going to give that kill on over to the Storm Spirit. Good find there. Good setup by Gardic. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the Arena of the Spear, Mariano, unable to find the kill, but Genic's doing a ton of damage here, and there's the Sonic Wave, the rotation in from this Queen of Pain, but it gets him. Second Scream of Pain comes through to find the kill.
Storm Spirit's coming through the jungle with the haste at the same time, though. Would love to be able to connect with Genic. He doesn't have vision on him.
They saw
him.
He
imagines... They saw him? Oh, yeah, off that Observer Ward there. Yeah. I guess he'd figure that he'd be like walk back to base as TP still on cooldown, but doesn't end up connecting. So Shadow Shaman's now going to be able to get away now that he shows himself over here in the lane. He's to make the long trick back. Looks like Jakiro and Mars both wanting to set up in the top lane. It's the direction they're heading right now. And Lumiere, I guess using this opportunity that he sees where the enemy mid is to build up some stacks. So, wanting to set up top right now. Mariano doesn't have Arena for another 30 seconds. So, hesitant to play too far up on this tier 1. Finish up the Mask of Madness on Sven. Easy to get back to farming. He's catching up with the Medusa now.
Yeah, clean up a bunch of stacks, pop the God Strength for this as well. So, like I said, just a matter of time. Once this hero gets a couple items, he will be able to outfarm this Medusa in the mid game. Because Medusa does need a little bit more, right? She doesn't have that cleave. You have split shot, not nearly as much though. So, we'll see. Sven, very fast farming hero.
Yep.
This is the thing is, I was talking yesterday, or I guess we were talking about it, Sven compared to Yuma's Mag, right? It's very similar in terms of how they play.
Yeah. I mean, basically the same hero with empowering Great Cleave. But the main is obviously able to set up a little bit more with your team, thanks to that reverse polarity as we saw yesterday.
All right. Grab themselves the tier 1 tower top, thanks to the Jakiro. He's closing on the level 6. Lumiere still farming the triangle. And we'll grab the bottom tier 1 here on Vitali, and he's got himself a Hood of Defiance queued up. Okay. We've seen some interesting Darkseer builds. I wasn't really sure where it was going to be.
They smoked up, by the way.
Oh, they got to get out of the arena here, Analog. Barely makes it over the wall. The Pugna, not nearly as lucky, though.
Yeah, they actually kind of saw this one coming on Infinity. One of them pinged it out. I missed who pinged it, but they dropped an Observer Ward on top of an Observer, underneath a sentry while they were smoked. So if they reacted faster than Hokori, they could have dodged that one. We're a little bit too slow. Losing the Pugna isn't the end of the world, though, right?
No, not really.
And while that's going on, your Sven is continuing to farm up.
Once the Medusa has Manta, though, she definitely starts to pull ahead, very fast.
Mm-hmm. Sven is still a pretty long ways off the items that enable him to come online. I mean, he's going for Echo, Saber, BKB, and Blink Dagger. And then eventually into the Silver Edge, it looks like. I think we just try to run them over here, though. The next objective for Infinity is probably setting up around the Rosh pit. Take advantage of these Serpent Wards, but they have to make sure these lanes are pushed in so they can safely do it first.
Ooh, Genic found Vitali, but he was already surged, so he's going to make it out of there.
Yeah. They're struggling to take this area around the Rosh pit.
They have to get the kill onto at least one of these team fighting supports if they want to go for Rosh, because you can't just drop the Serpent Wards inside, but if Vitali's alive and is able to just drop a wall inside the Rosh pit, you're not taking it. It's very difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Stupendous. Yeah, it does become a case of trying to control the air around the pit first. They've got Sven farming on the other side of the map. They might try to make a play onto him since he can't sit up around the pit, but without the Blink Dagger on Mariano, actually getting on top of his Sven is difficult. Dude, gotta get so far forward right now. This is crazy.
Top lane, we're going to see some TPs in. They do have a ward here. The smoke does come through, though, so they will not know about it.
Galago's establishing vision inside the enemy team's jungle. I don't think Infinity has any problem with this because they just want to play on Hokori's side of the map right now.
Smoke.
And again, without the Blink Dagger, like, you're not going to get much of value. Like, maybe you can get the kill on Vitaly, but he's like walking away from you.
Well, the wall does come down. Mariano had his attention set on getting the Darkseer, but just gets punished super heavily by the Storm Spirit, and now they just have to back out.
Yeah, like, this is so awkward about that's what's so awkward about these movements here. Like, you spend so long like walking into Hokori. There's no reason for Hokori to get caught by you. The only time they're gonna like fight into you is when they want to, especially after they reestablish vision into their jungle here. So like going for these fights without the Blink Dagger to be able to quickly get on top of heroes and Mariano just feels like a massive mistake. They're tunnel visioning too much on like trying to punish the enemies. While this Fen is farming on the other side of the map when they really just can't get into them. They don't have a spirit hero like Hokori has.
They're going to find PP here on the Queen of Pain, but a nice Hex from Genic. He takes a ton of damage from the ward. A snowball from El Misho will chase him all the way onto the other side of this river, and not really where he wants to be. Tries to Ice Shards block himself down, but, well, God's Rebuke right into the wards. Very nice. Genic's going to grab that one. So 1-for-1 trade.
But again, I think you're happy about this one on Hokori. You don't lose any heroes of value. You force them to commit mass separate wards, so you're not concerned about them taking Rosh for the next like minute and a half here.
Dude, getting the trusty shovel on Pugna is so OP. Like
you keep digging up salves.
Yeah, you just keep digging up salves or mangoes, and it's like it's just so much regen for your team.
Yeah, you do be right. Thankfully, Holy Locket doesn't increase healing from his life drain.
Dude, that would be so nuts. Top lane, they're going to make the initiation. They grab that Shadow Shaman stuck inside the wards. A beautiful, or I'm sorry, rather stuck inside the wall, but a beautiful vac there from Vitaly as they take down both of them. This is the threat of the Darkseer, man. Like, this
is the threat of this Observer ward.
Yeah, that's true.
They've never scouted out. This one's been here for a while. They keep on playing underneath it on Infinity.
I mean, they have the ward sentry on the other high ground. You know, they thought they were safe, but turns out they were not.
Yeah. I mean, this ward is exactly where it needs to be as well. It is just outside the sentry ward vision up on the high ground and still provides you a lot of vision. I like this ward quite a bit. Blink Dagger now completed on the Darkseer, by the way. And again, I think you just have your Blink flying out now, Mariano. Now they can finally make these plays they've been trying to for the last couple of minutes, but they've lost advantage. Jakiro finally got rid of that ward that we were talking about, but that thing lasted for like 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That thing 100% did its job. It set up a lot of successful team fights for Hokori. But yeah, Mariano, Blink Dagger, he could potentially set up a couple plays in the next like minute or so here. Super Ward's gonna be back up in 5 seconds. Yeah, like this is their time on Infinity. It's a little bit more difficult to fight in the pit though, because you know you mentioned you are worried about this vacuum wall combination. Mariano.
Snowball able to dodge the God's Rebuke, but Tusk in a lot of trouble. Vitaly comes in though. He's gonna be the one next top of the spear. A perfect macro pyre on top of them. Yuma trying to make his way into the fight, but just throws a Stormhammer. Genic on the backside, gets the shackle, drops the wards, won't find anyone. Ends up being a 2-for-1 for Hokori. But again, it's space for the Medusa. This hero has yet to have to join the fight or even really participate in this game. I'm surprised though. He's got the Scotty queued up instead of finishing the Manta.
You don't like this?
I feel like Manta is just so good at farming. Like, you just send illusions down lanes and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. He does that. I mean, the thing about having the Scotty queued up instead of the Manta is you don't have to go very far out of your way to complete the recipe for this item. Like, this Medusa can very easily go back and complete the Manta style, but you do have the 2 ultimate orbs at this point. So, point booster are going to come out next. Yeah, I guess doesn't feel like these illusions are going to be that useful. I don't value the Scotty super highly this game, though. Like, the only healing that you're really preventing is what's coming out from the Pugna, right?
Yeah. The attack speed reduction is definitely nice against heroes like Sven, but he's got the Echo Saber already completed. He's got his BKB done now, so I think Yuma is really looking to fight. My guess is he wants to be able to get this Blink Dagger relatively soon.
Yeah, maybe this Medusa just goes Sandan Yasha instead of Manta style if he's playing against this Pugna, because you can just instantly clear out illusions with this Nether Ward life drain, right?
Yeah.
If he goes back for the shard.
Smoked
so
up.
That could be the thinking there.
Oh, it's gonna get popped here. Gardic drops the ward, trying to find anyone here on the other side, and fortunately for them, the ward scouts it out. Sentry's not gonna find their ward either, so instead they're gonna go to Roshan.
They have wards. Not 30 seconds. Yeah, they're not really going to be expecting this one, but they're clearing through this reasonably fast, man.
Yeah,
there's no way they know this is happening this fast.
I mean, they know it's happening, just not this fast. Yeah, Gardic on the front line, just doing what he can. The BKB comes out from that Stormer Spirit as they jump in. Marion doesn't get a chance to use anything. Just instantly stunned. Aegis on the ground, gets picked up by the Storm Spirit. He's going to survive, but Lumiere with this Stone Gaze, forcing them to all disengage. Analog's going to get the TP out as well. No way. Both cores just TP out in the middle of the fight.
Discipline.
I can't believe they managed to get away with that. But yeah, stalling that one out just by putting the Pugna far enough forward. I was super concerned for a moment. Like, this Sven walked super far outside the pit. He could have just finished up Rosh and like picked up the Aegis. But instead he decided to just like brawl, get on top of the Mars, start clicking him down before TPing out. Like, that was a very high risk play that almost allowed Infinity to pick up the Aegis instead.
Yeah, it was very close. The Sonic Wave like pushed him into it, but it was actually like very close for another hero being able to grab it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's Genic there. I'm almost certain that fight could have gone like terribly wrong for them there. I think that Sven ended up like cleaving down Rosh, attacking the Mars. But I didn't see what finished off Roshan. It was one of the dire heroes, though. Oh. They didn't manage to get to any of the snatches on Infinity. Bold move, dropping that onto El Misho.
All right, they will go ahead and dive the Jakiro here in the mid lane, and they're gonna find themselves, well, potentially a tower, but a nice spear out from Mariana is gonna find the Pugna, and that's a great way to start. Hex onto the Storm Spirit, he'll be able to make it out of the fight for the moment. Yuma, okay, they get a regen.
Very cool. Mars doesn't manage to. Mars decided not to throw the spear off him, try to interrupt that regen rune. Unfortunate, but yeah, he's going to be back up to full HP. Man, I'm pretty sure they just dive them again after this. Maybe wait for the Pugna.
Oh, what a shard block from El Misho, and he's right in top of a wall as well. Gonna be able to force that Stone Gaze. In comes the BKB of Analog, and the damage is just so much. They're going for the Queen of Pain as well, but she's gonna get the blink out for now. Regen will finally get popped thanks to the Serpent Wards. I actually really like this. They dropped the Serpent Wards right on the wall, so like these illusions that are getting made just instantly popped.
Yeah. Oh, they're like trapped up as well. The Stone Gaze getting off there is what saved the Medusa, though.
El Misho kind of baiting this one out for a moment here as Vitaly's looking to get on top of him. He ends up hitting that punch onto the Queen of Pain, stunning her up. She's gonna get BKB, but a huge Sonic Wave takes down that Tusk. They're also gonna grab the Darkseer. Aegis gonna bring Storm back into this game. He could go for this Queen of Pain, and he's gonna try. Where does she jump? She goes north, he goes south. Not gonna find her. Nice escape there by the Queen of Pain.
Yeah. And now Storm Pitch is forced to ball back to the base. Unfortunately, Yuma wasn't able to get on top of any of these heroes to participate in this fight. He now has the Blink Dagger coming out. Infinity like dodged a bullet there, taking that fight at that moment rather than like a minute in the future. So Yuma is now a massive problem for them.
I mean, that being said, look at the Medusa. She's also pretty huge. She's got the Manta coming out now. She's like 3,000 gold in front of the Sven. The Sven was just not able to like build that early lead like he needed to.
It was like 2,000 gold in front of the Sven.
Oh, I thought it was like 3,000 a second ago. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I can't read.
That's okay, buddy. You just can't do math, just like me.
Oh, snowball out, catches the Medusa, has a shard to block her off as well.
I can't do anything to save that Pugna ward, unfortunately. So they still have this tier 1 tower standing. They're doing a great job at playing around this one and defending it. Like, these macro pyres and wards come off every time they try to commit on Hokori. This is a majorly important objective for them as well.
Yeah, they really do need this.
I just don't see how they get into this one. Like, they are so good at holding positions on Infinity.
They're smoking top.
It gets harder once the BKB's done on Mars.
They've got Do they have the vision
He's
advantage?
dead.
Oh, Jakiro, he's going to be able to throw that dual breath out, but pushed up onto the high ground. He's going to fall, but Storm on the backside also managed to find Mariano. No BKB here on the Mars, but BKB is available on both Storm Spirit as well as the Queen of Pain. The question is, are they going to continue the fight? Doesn't look like it. They're just going to back off.
No.
Whoa, Yuma goes in, just chops down the Mars. Never mind. Plenty of damage. That's going to be your blink reveal. Huge vacuum back, pulls in two. Forcing that stone gaze. BKB comes out from Analog. Dude, he is out of mana completely. Big Sonic Wave. Trying to heal him up is going to be Gardic, but not going to be there. Yuma trying to stay on top of these heroes, but I think he has to run. Yeah, he has to just TP out.
That's your 8-second BKB there on the Sven. They managed to dodge the team fight. Yeah, they lose the Storm Spirit there. The Sven just struggling to get on top of anybody. This Stone Gaze is so good at disengaging. The Sven is just like trying to initiate in. They need a better solution to this one. Or they need to like get on these heroes right away.
Yeah, they have to find a way to just burst the Medusa. Like it has to be like the it has to be like the Sven Darkseer Storm, just like all getting on top of the Medusa instantly. Like that's the only way that these fights work.
But if you do that, like it is very easy for them to punish you, because you have to keep in mind like arenas can come out, Macro Pyre comes out, Ice Path. If you're all on top of this Medusa, it's kind of what they want for the rest of the lineup on Infinity.
I mean, they've got BKBs, but yeah, you're right. Like the counter initiation on Infinity is very good. Arcane Rune there for Analog.
Yeah, that's kind of what Stormtail was going for in the last team fight. At the beginning of it, like when they found those first kills, you saw Storm jump far in front of the rest of his team. He goes on the Mars. He was stopping Mars's counter initiation, hoping his team is able to get to the Medusa while he does that, but they don't have enough damage without him yet.
10 Warcry armor picked up there for the Sven. Dude, his shard's actually like pretty good, I think. I think his shard is like pretty solid now.
Yeah.
Like it's just passive 7 armor for everyone on your team.
For 1,400 gold, that is very good. Okay, so undispellable and passive armor to all allies. Yeah, it's a very good shard, man.
That's pretty solid. Yeah, with the 10 or that 20 talents, like you're just, what is that? 32 armor for your whole team on active. That's undispellable.
Non-dispellable. Yeah.
That's why that was like my original thought process behind this Sven is like, there's no way that this shard is not good now. Yeah. Like it went from 5 to 7. Doesn't seem like that much armor, but it is pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna go out of his way for it though. He's gonna wait until he gets like the free shard from Roshan.
Yeah.
It definitely goes to him though if Rosh ends up dropping.
The normal punch on Darkseer is pretty funny. He just keeps like hitting the Medusa illusion. All right. Yeah. Mid tier 1 tower. It looks like they're gonna try and backdoor it here. They don't really see anyone on the side of Infinity. Actually, they will see Lumiere top, so they know they're gonna be sitting behind the Medusa at this point, so they feel pretty safe.
Yep. I wonder if they go to defend this one. If they're not already set up on the tower, it is very difficult. If they can fight underneath the Pugna Ward, they have a decent advantage.
Scan comes through. They know they're on their way top.
Yeah.
Infinity is going to smoke up, and looks like they're going to just disengage. So this game's super even, man. Look at this thing.
Yeah. This graph?
200 gold difference right now. That's it. 200 gold between these teams.
They're coming back in on Infinity.
Vitaly just making himself a quick illusion. The Stormhammer onto Peep. He's just dead. The Vortex catches Mariano as well. But the BKBs from Yuma, it's able to keep him right on top of this Sven. Looking for more in the trees. They're going to find Genic. There's not much you can do. 3 heroes dead. On the side of Infinity, Hokori looking very strong now. But that was it, not with the Medusa.
She bailed right away. Like, she was with them. And then actively chose to TP out as soon as they saw them initiate on the Queen of Pain. And like, okay, she's dead without the BKB. I am out now.
Yeah.
It was just a quick reaction there by Lumiere. Oh, nice call there by them, realizing that fight was just too far gone and getting out in your position 1.
Lumiere with the Silver Edge now completed.
Yeah. And I don't think they're going to be able to get any objective off that team fight. Like, they get themselves a net worth advantage for the first time this game, or like a decent net worth advantage for the first time this game, but not much outside of that.
Oh, they've caught the real Medusa. They're trying to bait this one out. Tusk is taking a lot of damage, but there is going to be that Decrep Analog coming up onto the high ground to the Lotus Orb, canceling those shackles. Very well done.
Almisha's getting away with it. He managed to hide in the tree until the blink was off the cooldown.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, the ward scouts him, but I don't think Quap goes.
PP might go for it. Yeah, he's got an Orchid in one, but
Punch?
bonk. He's still dead.
Oh, right. Yeah, Shadow Strike disables that Blink Dagger. What can you do?
Yeah, if he had held the snowball, he could have blinked out, right? But
yeah, it's tough.
he still dies there. I'm pretty sure it's rough.
Yeah. Neither team is going to be able to grab this Roshan, but there's a DD outside the pit. Lumia's going to bottle this one, hold on to it for a little bit.
Queues up the BKB as well. Smoke up from Hokori. They get the scan. They think they're doing Rosh, but it is not up yet. Question is, who's going to get the jump? It's going to be right onto the Medusa. That's the best target if you can bring her down fast. And she's got no mana. Doesn't get that DD rune off, and Yuma just chops right through her. BB comes on the backside. Big Sonic Wave takes down one, but it's just going to be the support. Vitali's still able to keep himself alive. Genic just hiding in fear inside the Rosh pit. He's just been sitting here shadow ambulated the whole fight. He's like, guys, I don't want to die. But yeah, the Medusa, if they get on top of her, she just dies.
Yeah. It was a very quick like jump with that normal punch, followed that one up of the electric vortex in the storm, and then just like, yeah, way too much burst damage coming out from these heroes. You mentioned this normal punch as well. It's actually a pretty sick counter to the Medusa. We talked about it at the beginning, like Wall being very good against her, but you know, you have the secondary illusion that you can now play.
And Medusa's ability is like,
yeah, this ability is very funny. I thought it was like a meme, but yeah, I figured she'd buy back to that fight too, because she didn't end up popping the double damage rune at all. If she get back in there, you very easily take that fight. Especially with the DD rune. Just because God's Strength and BKBs are already expended, but they managed to get her just after she completed the Silver Edge.
Macropyre is out. They're actually like kind of tanking him in the Macropyre for that extra damage. Genic again just sitting invis, gets the Hex off onto the Sven, but you're gonna lose the Jakiro and the Shaman for that one. They're gonna buy back on the Shadow Shaman, but without Macropyre now, this Roshan certainly should go the way of Hokori. You got 5 seconds until this Medusa is up. El Misho trying to stop the blink of Mariano, and he's doing it pretty successfully. Well played. Aegis on the ground. They will grab it for the Storm Spirit Shard as well. Ends up going on over to the Sven, but Tusk surged up. Looks like he's going to be just fine.
Yeah. So that's the bonus armor that we were talking about. I thought the Storm picked up, but he already had it, right?
Yeah, he already had it. Now you just have the passive 7 armor for your whole team. 1200 AoE. And now it is undispellable, which is pretty
5
good.
From your Soul Cross as well. So everyone on your team gets 12 armor when the Sven's around. It's just like the old days. Now we build mech and Vlads.
Yeah. I'll take that. Someone should just get a Vlad. I mean, what do you actually do against, like, what do you do as the Medusa? Oh, well, I was gonna say, what do you do as this Medusa? But Pugna playing around with the Shadow Element as well. Goes Decrep. He's gonna be fine. I was gonna say, what do you do as the Medusa if you're just like fighting into these heroes that provide like 40 armor for his team?
You could go for the split shot modifier and Mjolnir. That would be wild.
I feel like that might be your only play, dude. Because like he's at like between AC, his aura, like his whole team's getting 36 armor, 37 armor or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I like a butterfly very much on the Medusa this game. Force the Sven to go like out of his way for an MKB. I feel like you just need to stand your ground, try to click down the enemies, but it is not easy for her. Like she's getting bursted 100 to 0.
Yeah.
It's more of an issue of it's not an issue of Lumiere not being able to put damage on the enemy. It's the issue of Lumiere getting bursted down when she's standing in front of everybody at this point.
Actually, smoke up here on the side of Hokori. Dude, I really like Vitali's build. Just this Lotus Orb is so sick this game. It's like a must-have against the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. Sorry, repeat that.
The Lotus Orb?
Yeah.
It's just one of my favorite items this game. It's doing so much work. It's like an essential against heroes like Shadow Shaman.
It's a common item on Darkseer, but it is really good against the Shadow Shaman in this game.
He's got a gem.
They force him to like go BKB or just like not drop the Hex or Shackles off anybody. Or like the main target anyways. And Sven's gonna be the one playing pretty far in front, so it allows him to like freely whack away the towers for a little bit without worried about being shackled up.
Yeah. All right, top tier 2 tower. They're gonna continue the aggression here. Shards there to try and scout out any heroes behind them, but Storm Spirit does go ahead and, you know, purchase the Ag Synth so he can put a 4th Null Talisman in his backpack, or in his inventory. Good stuff. They're looking for Genic on the backside. Analog finds him. He showed for just a split second and is taken down 70 seconds without the buyback. Fortification is going to come through to try and clear up this creep wave, but I don't know if you can fight this on Infinity. They are very strong. You still have that Aegis on Storm to work with.
I mean, I think the next objective for them is to be able to take all these out of tower with the remaining 45 seconds of this Aegis, and now's a good time anyways. Bottom and mid lane are pretty far pushed in. It looked like people was going to go like shoving the bottom lane to stop them from going for that, but hesitates. They want to take this fight mid on Infinity.
Yeah. There's the spear back. We'll find the Sven, but again, pretty tanky. Big Vortex. It's onto 3. The wall. It's right there. The vacuum to follow. They're just getting absolutely shredded. Analog. BKB's about to expire, but again, he's still got the Aegis. They take down 3 right away to start the fight, and in comes Yuma onto Lemire, but he gets him with the Stone Gaze. He's going to need help on this Sven and fast. It's going to be the snowball that comes through. Ice Bath doesn't connect. Yuma instead just turns attention, almost gets the kill, but Analog goes back in, able to grab 2 on that Vortex, but it's looking pretty rough here for Hokori on this fight. The stuns onto the Storm as he's taking so much damage. He gets out at the last moment, though. The TP is coming through. PP as well as this Genic Shaman, but they will not find any of these heroes. El Misho will TP out as well.
Yeah, bizarre communication there from Hokori. It looked like Stormpeer wanted to go in. He gets a Vortex off onto 3 heroes, but Sven was just waiting along the backside. He's sitting up on the ramp near the high ground, not going in alongside the Storm. If he was cleaving them down during all that, like the back wall ended up coming out, I don't think they'd win that team fight, but he hesitated until the disables were already over, and Infinity had a chance to regroup and retake that fight. So, rare misplay there, but lack of confidence in heading in afterwards, like somebody insisting that it was the right play to missed a window of opportunity there.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I was surprised to see him like sit so far back when they turned that one around quickly on the Storm pick, because it was almost like the game-winning play from the Darkseer on the Storm.
It was so sick.
Yeah.
He went back and bought his 5th Null Talisman. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. Wait, 6 Null Talisman? I only see 5.
No, I said 5th. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Why don't you just sell your treads at this point? Okay, he does. I hate this.
You're encouraging him now?
I hate this.
What can you do? I think he should get a zip onto the enemies from the base. It's what he's looking to do at the moment. It's difficult to do if you don't have like an AoE stun to like set up for you. If you had a Mars Beam or something like that to hold the enemies in place, you could like zip all the way down, but not gonna go for this game. Dude, he zips top and TPs to the mid.
Yeah, I say, you see that? He TP'd tier 2 mid.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be too far away from
Crazy
his team,
stuff.
especially since the rune's about to spawn. And he's just, he's running to Pugna. He's like, Pugna, I need some assistance, please.
Yeah.
Do your job.
It was an arcane run, but it was tough. Hey, mana boy, give me some mana.
Arcane Rune going to be bottled up there by the Queen of Pain. Pretty nice. So turn their attention to the bottom tier 2 tower here. Gardic should make quick work of this on the Pugna. He's also got double catapult here.
No.
Gonna TP in the Mars. The Shard's actually thrown onto the wave rather than... Oh, dude, that's just so good at taking down these illusions. It is ridiculous how strong that is.
Yeah. That's why I thought he
In comes Sven. He might regret this, but the Vortex comes through. They get the BKB off on Lumiere as well as the Stone Gaze. He's trying to get this Sven, but the snowball into the Walrus Punch. But Lumiere is still dishing out the damage. He pops the Satanic, trying to stand his ground. Can you do it on the Sven? Unbelievable. Yuma's still alive. He won't survive the entire engagement, but it's a 5 for 2.
Way too much AoE control coming out from Hokori, and Sven barely attacking anybody during that. It looked like he wasn't healing. There was like a lot of the healing reduction coming out, like with the Eye of Scotty and whatnot, attacking incredibly slow on the Sven. So despite popping that Satanic, he was not healing back up very much. But it was enough for them to wipe all 5 heroes. Sven, it just seemed like non-relevant to the amount of damage this Darkseer and Stormbeard are doing. You focus down the Sven, but these two are like the main issue now.
Yeah, it's really weird because like Darkseer's damage isn't really shown with all the illusions and stuff. But Medusa did almost 7,000 damage in that fight, and they still lost.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have such tanky heroes. Like Storm Spirit's got 3,000 health. Like your Darkseer is 20. How does Storm Spirit have 3,000 health? What is this? 250 health, talent at 15. Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah. He's got 2 strength growth per level. He has 250 health, talent, fairy trinkets. He's got stats, BKB. I don't know, man. He's level 24. He's surprisingly tanky, though. I guess each of these null talismans are 4 strength.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 20 extra strength there.
Yeah. That's what, 400 HP from that, 250 from your talent, 2 per level. You'd build these things anyway, even if they didn't end up giving you any strength.
And now he's got a refresher.
Yep. Not surprised. I mean, he'll swap these null talismans in and out whenever the refresher is available. Like, if you get the double electric vortex off and double BKBs, you just straight up win these team fights. The only way Medusa's able to fight them is, like, you somehow, like, clutch out and dodge the electric vortex as it comes out with your BKB. What does scan connect with? There was the radiant scan onto the Storm Spirit illusion.
Yeah, I think that works. Scanning illusions definitely counts, yeah.
I'm insane. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty confident. Certain types of illusions, I think. So, like illusion runes and stuff like that, I believe do count. Because they are, like, Terrorblade illusions, though, do not. But I think Manta-style illusion runes, all those types of things that are, like, considered, like, clones of the hero, like Phantasm, I think, as well.
I need to go back to the lab.
I'm pretty sure those all trigger scan.
I need to go back to the lab.
Storm Spirit got a timeless relic, by the way. Probably the best possible item he could have gotten. And
is it
Sven
really
has
better than a fairy fire?
You mean the fairy
trinket?
Is
it really better than the fairy trinket?
Yeah. I mean, that extra 20% disable on electric vortex, it has to be worth it.
Fair enough. Mana reduction cost pretty good though. Arcane rune.
Oh, well, of course there is.
Nice find. He's almost got a level 25 for the overload attack bounce, by the way.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good time. That's when the hero finally comes online and he takes the tome. So you are now level 25 on the Storm Spirit, ready to go. Infinity, we need to do an update here on some of their items. We got that the Shiva's Guard finished up on the Queen of Pain. Very good for that healing reduction. Of course, the Scotty stacking with that. Mariano is struggling a little bit here on this Mars this game. Like, he's just got the Blink BKB in that shard.
Yeah, he's working on the Refresher Orb. This is really all you need to set up like a team fight on Mars, though. I think other items would be sick, but...
El Misho, 4 staffs into a Hex, gets speared on the backside. They do manage to find PP, but his BKB comes out right away, so he's going to be just fine. The rest of the team able to disengage. Nice vacuum from Vitalia, but instead doesn't want to force the fight. They're too split. And Infinity's going to smoke up themselves. Oh, what a shard block.
Yuma? I mean... Are they picking up Rosh on like they want
to
go?
Dude, he goes in.
He just
gets a 3-hero Vortex. Once again, the Storm Hammer to come through. BP gets the blink out. He's going to be fine. Genic, the Lotus Orb, going to cause so much trouble. The Storm Spirit's just dying, though, inside this arena. And Darkseer and Yuma will fall with them. Lumiere doing too much work. Analog comes in, pops the Refresher down to 100 mana, pops his BKB. Going to try and TP out. No chance.
Out of there with the cleanup. The waves are being pushed in the top and the bottom lane. Somebody has to go back to deal with this, but they also want to clean up Roshan. Like, I don't think... What Amisho?
They don't see him, right? He's in that, like, one weird spot. Now they see him, and he gets the blink out.
This is psychotic behavior by El Misho.
Is it? He's slowing him down. Lumiere can't get into the Rosh pit.
Oh, my God. They're blocking him. Dude, they're causing such a nuisance. Look at top lane, by the way. There's 2 catapults on your tier 3.
Yeah,
you are losing base right now. There's also 2 catapults inside your base that they're about to go for your tier 4s. While you're like taking Roshan super slowly. He's single-handedly preventing them from doing Roshan right now.
He was just tipping him. He's like, yeah, nice one, dude. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
Dude, he blocks him again.
He just keeps blocking. They got Ward Center on the high ground. El Misho knows where they are. He just blinks out. He's fine. He single-handedly stops the Rosh attempt.
Dude, this is insane. Hokori just outplayed them like... El Misho outplayed them like crazy just now.
Okay, well, Gardic might die here. Dust comes out. Yeah, he ain't surviving this one.
Yep. You lost like half the HP in your tier 4 during all that, by the way. You lost 1,000 HP in your tier 3 up in top lane.
Oh, they drop a sentry in the base, or in the Rosh pit, and El Misho dies. He's going to buy back right away. You have Sven coming up in 10, Storm Spirit in 15, but the Roshan, it's going to die before that. El Misho's back, baby. Can he stall it out? Blink Hex from Genic. He needs help and fast. There's going to be a nice decrep, buying him a little bit of space. Spear into the wall as well. Lumiere, he just goes ahead, drops that Stone Gaze. They get the macro. I mean, are they going to get Tusk? Is he still going to live through this? There's no way. Sven's in, baby. He's got the BKB onto the Medusa. Vitali here as well. Lumiere pops his own, but it's going to be the Storm Spirit now entering the fight. BKB on the backside. They get the arena, holding Sven in place. Lumiere trying to do what he can with the Refresher out from the Storm. The double Vortex, the Vacuum. They're falling so fast, but they still manage to get the Sven. They're going to buy back on literally every hero. 4 more heroes rejoining the fight here. The Tusk, though, that's a dieback.
Yeah. This Sven is getting whipped around the fight and kited. Like, he did a little bit of damage there to the Medusa at first, but, you know, his God Strength and BKB now on cooldown. He's not feeling super useful in the late game. It is all the Storm and the Darkseer right now. Like, this guy is a diversion.
Yeah, it's all Storm
seems to be
Spirit.
making a play right now, though. Yeah, he's dropped the ward inside the pit. We're going for this one.
Oh, he goes for the back to
staying this. He solved his mana already, though.
Yeah, he did just burn all of his mana. And Lumiere walks in, grabs the Aegis, the cheese, and that Refresher shard, so not much you can do. Shadow Shaman wards, man, very good at taking Roshan.
Yeah, quick work of that one. And they know, like, right now is their win condition. They want to be able to just, like, run them down. They don't know the Storm tier doesn't have the money for buyback, but they know that Sven buyback is still on cooldown. So I'm pretty sure they're just, like, use a bit of opportunity. Man, they lost their tier 4.
Yeah, they lost the tier 4 tower for it. I mean, I think that's pretty worth it. In terms of buybacks, like, that's a big deal. You got Sven's, you got Tusk and Pugna's. Your Medusa had to commit it, but she has Aegis, so not that bad.
Medusa about to run into the Darkseer here.
Oh, he does have a Hex now. Lotus Orb Hex comes out. Vitali, he'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not worth going for, not when she's got this Aegis.
Oh, that spear almost on the mark.
Yeah. Spell Prism, Witchbane.
Tier 4 items.
Drop.
All pretty good stuff here.
Yeah. Did they get a Witchbane for Infinity? I didn't see. It was just Hokori who dropped it.
Yeah, it was just Hokori.
No Witchbane. Unlucky. It's a super useful item against the Pugna. Being able to dispel the Decrepify.
Yeah. Speaking of Pugna, what is this Mystic Staff for?
Sheepstick?
He's just got a Yule's cute, though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not going Yules anymore.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be
Mystic Staff
sheep as
has
well.
to be from a Sheepstick.
Speaking of Sheepstick, one picked up from the Queen of Pain. So that combined with Refresher is going to be very strong.
Maybe he goes Wind Waker, but it would be very odd to get the Mystic Staff component first.
That could be it. I forgot that item even exists. Yeah, could be Wind Waker, actually. That wouldn't be bad.
It's very bizarre to get the Mystic Staff as the first component, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I mean, this gives them the flexibility of either Hex or Wind Waker, I guess.
Sure. I don't think this hero doesn't even need intelligence either. Like, this is the highest growth rate hero in the game.
Yeah.
It just feels so bizarre to get this as your first item if you're working on Sheepstick. Yeah, he's got 144 int right now, level 24. It's like his base int.
That's pretty good.
Crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it is going to be the Wind Waker. I mean, Sven is getting controlled up by this Stone Gaze. So if you toss him in the air while that's going on, like, great. Then he's able to get back onto the ground and just lay into these Infinity heroes because he's like gotten 2 attacks off in these team fights, and that is pretty much it from him. Outside of that, he is controlled up and not doing anything.
All right. 2K gold lead now for Hokori, but I mean, this game really back and forth. We're approaching 50 minutes here. Do you think I mean, who has the advantage? It is a 1K gold advantage. This seems super close, but can they actually deal with the Medusa at this point?
I mean, yeah, the Darkseer plays super well into it at all stages in the game. I think he's going to continue to play pretty well against it. And you have the advantage of the fact that bottom lane is just shoving in naturally. Like you've already lost one of your tier 4s. And you're fighting into the Storm Spear. Like pushing into the Hokori base. This feels impossible for Infinity right now. They need like a significant net worth lead to be able to do so. Even though they can take team fights. Let's get played around the map.
Like, oh, he's just like placing the nether ward for vision and then like running away. He is going Wind Waker, I think. He went and bought the Yules, so.
No.
I mean, it's a pretty sick save for allies. It's one of the only things that you can do to save allies from an item.
There's a E-Blade, but there's E-Blade, there's his Decrepify. I don't know, this kind of surprises me. The difference is you're invulnerable and not taking magic damage.
Yeah. It's also like a Dispel, right? So. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dispels, Elmisho has his Witchbane.
Very cool.
Dude, this middle tower is just getting beat down again. They bring the Jakiro all the way back to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't deal with anyone ahead of time. Like,
it's just Vitality, dude. Here. Oh my god, this is so funny.
Yeah. Like, Jakiro might just die if he's like by himself. If he sees any of these like Radiant heroes try to make a play, he just commits onto him. This Darkseer is going to do a surprising amount of damage, especially as he gets...
They're going to smoke, I think. Hokori want to fight? There it is. The question is, who do you find? You got to get a Blink Hex onto like either the Queen of Pain or the Medusa. You don't have vision of either right now. The map pretty dark overall.
Yeah. This right now is like... This is a window of opportunity for Hokori. The Aegis is expired and Medusa's buyback is still on cooldown for another 2 minutes. So if you set up play right now, you win the game. You can play it safe and wait for your Sven to buyback, of course, but you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
They know someone's in the trees. They have a ward actually that's scouting analog as well. They're gonna get out. They don't want to risk it. Smart, as that Hex almost came out from the Queen of Pain. Mid lane though, they managed to find the Jakiro. Aeon Disc comes through, Analog comes in, he gets that Vortex onto the Storm Spirit, comes in Yuma as well. He's first dead, gonna buy back right away. Lumiere stuck fighting himself. Storm Spirit, however, out of mana, shackled up inside a Macro Pyre, getting absolutely destroyed here, and Storm Spirit's gonna die. Does have that buyback available. Sonic Wave onto the Sven. He's dead. That's a dieback. Storm's gonna try and rejoin the fight here. Maybe he can help Elmisho, but it doesn't look like it. It's going all the way of infinity here as they take down that Tusk as well. And meanwhile, Gardic runs bottom to try and start split pushing. And it's gonna be Vitali doing the same.
Yeah. Storm Spirit wasn't able to clear out the mid wave, by the way. They have a catapult here. So backdoor protection is about to go down. They do have a fortify available. So they could like, wait, he's clearing out top instead. He's letting the wave push in mid. They fortify early. There's a second catapult coming. Dude. They're not gonna have backdoor protection.
They didn't know about the catapult. They're paying it now. He's like, uh-oh, guys.
This is a significant problem. How long until Sven's back up? His buyback is off of cooldown. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds till he can back in the game here on the Sven. But they're going to lose 2 sets of racks, if not 3. They might think they can go for tier 4s here. But they're going to know that the Sven's buyback is off cooldown pretty quickly here.
Storm tries to go in. Lumiere just pops his BKB. He's taking a decent chunk of damage here. He actually has to get out. BKB spent.
Yeah. If you can interrupt Lumiere's TP as he tries to get out here, you could win the game. No, he's got buyback available. That's fine. So they get a single set of racks here. They realize that Sven's buyback is going to be coming off of cooldown. They don't want to risk it. In that previous team fight that was over in the mid lane, it is very awkward taking this on Hokori right now. Pugna dropped a Decrepify off on a Medusa, so she wasn't hitting people, but the Sven wasn't able to initiate onto the Medusa because of that.
Like, they got the Queen of Pain right away, and then he just got controlled and unable to, like, really fight after that. And
yeah, he was
like 700 damage or something.
Yeah, he was looking for his initiation, and he had to go on the Queen of Pain. Everybody else was too far away, other than Medusa, who was Decrepified at that point. And the Decrepify lasts too long for him to be able to, like, properly go onto her. So he's not able to do much as to, like, the nature of these team fights. The Sven is incredibly underwhelming this game.
Well, you have the Wind Waker now on the Pugna.
Yeah, I don't know how much this helps.
Roshan not up for another minute and 35.
He bought out for this as well.
It is. Oh yeah, he did have buyback actually. Yeah, interesting. Level 25 though, went the Nether Ward damage, which is quite strong, obviously. And Hokori is going to smoke up here once again, try and find something to scan in their own jungle. Not going to connect. Ward sentry dropped on the high ground. He's going to get that D ward. Elmisho, shard block, does catch Mariano, but the BKB comes out. He's going to turn around with an arena. Yule's there, and the snowball up to the high ground. Looks like Elmisho is going to be fine. So first arena spent. He does have the refresher, though. Elmisho hexed up by PP. He needs help. Does he get the blink out? Force staff for now. Genic comes in, gets that ward drop as well. Genic just getting beat down by Yuma, though. And there it is. The Shaman's down. He's going to buy back into the game, but you've got your Tusk stuck in the middle of them. Analog comes in. Nice Vortex onto him. The bounces from the Rave is doing work. Yuma coming in as well. Can they do it? Pugno with the life drain onto 3. Doing his... He's just standing his ground. BP's going to take down the ward, but it's Medusa versus 3, and he can't survive. Gardic now trying to get his hands onto PP, but there's going to be 3 more buybacks coming through from the side of Infinity, and Gardic will just TP home. He's going to be safe, as well as the rest of the Hokori squad.
Yeah, no detection to be able to interrupt that one. He would have been able to throw the Orchid, then say the Vice to interrupt, if he had detection, though. But yeah, the Storm Spirit, I'm not sure they're able to take a team fight without him, though. Him being dead for another 95 seconds, I think is their window of opportunity to close out this game.
Yep, and Rosh respawning. Oh, 1 second. Go back, Mariano.
I mean, they waste a lot of time moving towards Rosh and clearing this one out. Like, Storm Spirit is going to get dangerously close to being back in the game after they spend the time clearing this one out and then running down the mid lane. This also gives a chance for Hokori to shove in the lanes themselves, which is exactly what's happening with this Darkseer.
Yeah, that was the refresher on Yuma as well, so allowing him to actually contribute a little bit more in this fight. But yeah, this Aegis Cheese Shard and the Ags will be going the way of Infinity. The question is, who do you give the Ags to?
I mean...
You just give it to the Medusa? Medusa already has it. I'd just give it to Jakiro then.
Jakiro?
Pure damage.
There's no way that Mars takes it.
And Mars Ags is terrible.
Looks like he's...
Maybe Shaman.
Shaman? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So...
Yeah, they're pinging out to the tier 4s. Yeah, they're talking about, all right, maybe we can just end the game right now. 30 seconds until Storm Spirit's back up. They don't have Fortify for another 40, but again, the fact that you go for Rosh on there.
They see Lumiere, but yeah, the team's behind him. They know there's no way he's alone.
Yeah, they're outnumbered as well. Like, that guy has the Aegis.
Arena Spear on the backside. They managed to get... I mean, Genic's dead. That's a dieback. Yuma's just going to TP out right away. Elmisho might be able to survive this Tusk. Pretty slippery hero. Oh, no. Nice timing on the spear. He's got a Force Staff. Can he get out, though? Shard block into the... No way. What? Dude, Elmisho's a god, man.
This is the best Tusk I've ever seen.
This guy's so good, dude.
He's played them so many times. All right, they've got double cheese on Infinity. They've got Aegis to work with. It's only a 5k net with advantage, though. This has been a insanely close game.
It really has, man. Oh my god, look at this creep wave top, dude. If you're this Queen of Pain, man, this is gonna feel so good. Shiva's blink. Oh yeah.
Let's go. Make quick work of that one. That's a majority of your gold. That's everything you needed for your pressure orb, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bottom lane. Oh, Mariano doesn't manage to connect on that Storm Spirit there.
Dude, Elmisho's going Ags, which is pretty sick this game. It's like one of those things where it's good in multiple ways. Where you, if the fight's like going kind of bad, you just kick the Medusa away. Like when she stone gazes, you're like, get out of here, and just like kick her away. But
it's just good in general, man.
Yeah,
but
great for high ground defense too.
Yeah, I mean, to keep people back to your tier 4s or into your fountain from your tier 4s. This thing should not be vector target. This is way too good now.
Lumiere. He's gonna find him. Spear comes out onto the Tusk, and Elmisho. That is a rough death there. Well,
is it a death?
Is it a death? Okay, yeah, it's a death. The Hex from PP's got him.
No.
Dude, imagine if he survives that. That would have been...
He didn't use the snowball there.
Yeah, I think he just should have snowballed instead of the Yules. Might have actually been able to keep him alive, but oh well. Storm Spirit, just being Storm Spirit. Classic.
Yep. Dude, look, he's swapping the Timeless Relic in and out of his inventory with the Fairy Trinket. This tier 1 neutral item is still relevant here, 57 minutes into the game.
Oh, he missed the creep wave that time.
Rookie move. Yep. That creep wave's going to end up meeting. Mid lane is heading in at the same time, though, so
yeah.
doing this one regardless.
Wards go down right away. Oh, his BKB broken for the moment. Can he actually get on top of Yuma, though? He gets the BKB off, and now they're going to try and grab them with the Vortex. But the Aeon just protecting a couple. The damage from this Electric Rave is just way too much. Sven just getting absolutely destroyed. He's already, he's got a refresher, doesn't get a chance to use it. He's dead.
Yes. He's got to buy back and pop his refresher orb.
They go out Blink Hex. They manage to catch Lumiere. Can they bring him down? They got PP as well with him. His buyback is available, but the second life on this user. Look at the walls. He's just stuck here. He gets the BKB off. Gonna pop that Stone Gaze, try and run here. Catches the Sven outside the base, but Lumiere needs help and fast. If he dies on the Medusa, this could be all that is needed. There it is, the Vortex on to 2. The Snowball comes in. They've caught the Medusa. Buyback still on cooldown. The Sven's coming in. Mel Misha with the Walrus Punch. They managed to hold. And Hokori
jumping on Medusa on the back line. I don't know why they didn't just like BKB TP out. I don't think they were even interrupting that one.
Tusk?
Medusa might have been able to get away. Yeah, Tusk.
You can't get out. It's just Tusk.
Away. Yeah. She's dead for 110 seconds right now. They have to somehow stall this one out. Like, this Queen of Pain in the March need to be like nuking down creep waves right now. That's exactly what he's doing. Mariano heads straight to the top lane to shove this one in.
Dude, while all that shenanigans was happening at the barracks here, where there was like Electric Rave bouncing between 100 targets, the Serpent Wards, Macro Pyre, like 2 parallel walls, my computer went from like 100 FPS to like 12.
I was actually fine. And this is going to sound hilarious. I upgraded to a 5900X just to run Dota properly.
Dude, I actually can't believe that. I was like, oh my God. I like, this is an expensive computer too. Oh my Lord.
I need a Threadripper to be able to run this game, man, in big team fights.
Unfortunately,
they're just gonna go for the tier 4. Sorry, the
just
Ancient
jumps
here.
right in. Dude, he takes a pretty good amount of damage right away, but he's got that BKB, trying to just slow this down. But you're right, Yuma just wants to go for the throne, and in comes Analog, grabs the Queen of Pain. She's dead without the buyback, and we finally might see game 1 come to a conclusion here. So they're just gonna keep Yuma in this. Pumps that God Strength. Genic not gonna be able to survive this one, but Mariano doing his best to keep this throne alive. There's gonna be the GG, and finally, Hokori able to close out this first game.
60 minutes, 10 seconds here, back and forth for a super long time. I mean, there were times Hokori had a significant advantage here. Oh God, I've just got a mess from the admin. There's a time that Hokori had a significant advantage here. And they started winning on very early, but Infinity almost managed to bring this one back. Medusa was pretty scary as the game ended up going later, but this Darkseer pick was surprisingly strong against them. I want to see like the actual breakdown of hero damage here, because I feel like the Sven was a little bit underwhelming. Yeah, Sven only did like 33,000 hero damage this game. It was around the same as Gardic on this position 5 Pugna. Like, the MVPs were definitely Storm Spirit and Vitali here on the Darkseer.
Yeah, very sick game.
Yeah, this is a reminder that like you need to ban out this Darkseer when you're playing in Medusa, because if this comes out as like a last pick, it can definitely put in a lot of work. Like, we saw the parallel walls and whatnot coming out on the Medusa, just couldn't fight into them anymore.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun to watch. Super cool game, and yeah, a long one, but worth it. This is kind of what we expected out of this series, honestly. Like, these two teams are really strong, and finally seeing them go head to head. And I think this is one of the maybe a little bit surprising to some people. I think Infinity might have been like very slight favorites, but Hokori have looked super good recently. So we're gonna go to a short break, everyone. We've got game 2 of the series coming up next. Stay tuned. You will not want to miss it. Yeah, see you in a bit.